It's July the 4th of this year. My alarm clock... It's July the 4th of this year. My alarm clock goes off at 5:30 in the morning. And I wake up thrilled and excited for what this day will bring. As this day is not just an ordinary day for July the 4th. As I had such a big journey ahead of me that day. And I'm going to share with you what happened. This next day or so was going to be something that I've never experienced in my life at 18 years old. So it's going to be a completely new experience, something that I wanted to share on YouTube. So sit back, grab some popcorn, as this journey is going to be one hell of a journey to share. This journey, for the next day or so, this is going to be a new life experience for me, as I was going to be going away from home and I was going to be going to a hotel completely by myself. So it's going to be an interesting story to tell, as I've never lived like by myself, as I live at home with my family and I always have people to talk to, but this really did make me reflect and think deep about a lot of things. So let me get started. So let me take you back. So I wake up that morning. I energize myself with a big breakfast. Not too much, but I had a big breakfast. Got some caffeine into me, ready for what the day will bring. I leave. Everyone else is still asleep. And I get in my car. Make sure I got my bags and everything that I need, and I start driving towards where I have to go for that day. A lot of things were going in my mind. You know, I was excited. I was kind of worried. I'm not a big person in driving in the city, but I was going to be driving in one of the biggest cities of where I am, so I didn't want to run into any traffic or get into an accident, so I just wanted to make sure I'd be safe and fine. So I was feeling a lot of emotions that day. Eventually I arrive, I check into the hotel. Eventually I arrive and check in, but they said it's too early to check in, wait, so I decided to go walk around the city. You know, it was a big city. You know, so much to see, the views. Like, as soon as I pulled into the hotel, I knew that this would be something that I've never seen. Like, wow, I saw skyscrapers, I saw a lot of things that sparked my eye. I love seeing new things, so it was completely a new experience for me that I was wanting to see. And when I started walking on, I started thinking inside of my head, like, wow, this is what freedom feels like. You're walking around, no worries, just looking at everything around you and you're just taking it all in. No one's there to watch what you're doing. No one's there to tell you what to do. You're just there by yourself, wondering what you're doing. And that feeling just hit me. It's like, it was one of the best feelings ever so far. Eventually it was time to check into the room, so a few hours passed by, I got myself some food, and I check in, finally able to go in my room. And I tell you, when I got into that room, I couldn't grasp what I had gotten into. Like, it was crazy. The room was massive. I was on one of the highest floors of the hotel, so I looked in the room and I was like, oh my god. It had like 3 TVs, a lot of a lot of good things for the price of that room. And I just couldn't take that all in. Like, oh my God. And I had to like make a video about what was in this room. And I'll pop it up here because that was crazy. I could not fathom what a hotel room would be like for someone just literally on a budget and able to afford that. So it was amazing. And so, given that it was July the 4th, I had a couple of hours, maybe more, of downtime until, the fireworks and everything starts to happen. So, I got comfortable in the hotel room, started watching some TV, just chilling. Until, you know, and when I finally had some downtime, knowing that there would be a couple of hours, maybe more, until, the fireworks and everything happens at night, I just took a moment to take this all in. After watching some TV for a bit, it was just silent. Nothing being able to disturb me. I just got hit with a wave of loneliness, but also solitude and peace. This feeling was amazing, but also kind of weird. I didn't really like it, but I also kind of did like it. I was so used to seeing my family, my parents, my brother every day, but they weren't there. It was just me by myself, and I had to take all this in. That feeling genuinely kept on to me for a bit. It also definitely felt more lonely as the time went on. So I eventually went back out and got some dinner, and I tell you, that dinner was so good. I went to the Gordon Ramsay burger, had a nice 10 out of 10 burger with some chips. It was amazing. And by that time it was almost, 6, 7 p.m, maybe an hour or so left before the fireworks actually begin. So I decided to come back to my hotel and watch some TV for another bit and take it all in, like what this day had given me. And I remember saying I did enjoy the solitude, but the more I had to stay with it, the more that sad feeling kind of kicked in. I didn't have anyone to talk to, I was just by myself. And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have moments and times by yourself, but I couldn't imagine if I had to spend this time by myself like every single day for the rest of my life. That would be horrible. And I wondered, because this was something I've been wanting to do. Like, I've been wanting to just live by myself for like a day or so, but I don't know why. Like, at what cost? Not seeing people that you like, not seeing your family, everyone around you, just being isolated in a room by yourself. But I was still happy and fulfilled at the end of the day. It's just a lot of mixed emotions. Like, there's some positive sides and there's some negative sides to it all, and it's a lot to feel, And so I just wanted to make this video a little lesson for myself, and maybe many of you out there that still, live with your parents or relatives, your loved ones, is that don't take the time that you have with these people for granted, because one day you're going to be moving out of your house. For example, I'm going to be moving out, maybe next year. And that time, it's all precious. You should cherish all those moments. Because once you live by yourself, I know that feeling of loneliness, that emptiness. You may like it for the first day, maybe even the week, but after that, it's gonna take over your mind. It's gonna hit you like that experience that hit me, Like, it's okay to enjoy some peace and solitude here and there, but all the time, I would not like that. So, just cherish those moments, cherish the the memories that you have with your loved ones and the people you have around you that are close to you, because one day they won't be there and you won't be able to go back to the past and experience those moments again. So make the most of that time and everything that you have around you. You know, you're still young, maybe you're still growing up, a lot of years to come. Maybe you've moved out and you're experiencing this right now. You know, it just makes you reflect and look back upon those times and wondering if you ever really did spend as much time as you could have with your loved ones and the people you knew the most. So it's a little reflection for me, maybe a little lesson for you guys watching, and I hope you take this in deeply. I will see you in the next video. I will see you in the next video. Hey, C4.